You don't suffer because life is hard. You suffer because you believe life owes you comfort. Zeno of Citium would say that belief alone is enough to ruin your mind, and once you see why, you can't unsee it. Most people think Stoicism is about staying calm, breathing slowly, and pretending not to care. That misunderstanding alone is wrong. Zeno of Citium did not create Stoicism to make you comfortable in a collapsing world. He created it to make you unbreakable inside one. And if you actually understood what he meant, you would immediately realize why modern society prefers a diluted, aesthetic version of Stoicism instead of the real thing. Zeno didn't begin as a philosopher. He began as a man who lost everything overnight. A shipwreck erased his wealth, his career, and the identity he had built around success. And this is where the real Stoicism begins, not in theory, but in destruction. Because when everything external is stripped away, you are forced to confront a brutal question. What part of me was never mine to begin with? Zeno realized that most human suffering comes from confusing what we possess with what we are. Money, reputation, comfort, approval, pleasure. These are not extensions of you. They are temporary conditions. And when you treat temporary conditions as your foundation, collapse is inevitable. Stoicism is not pessimism, it is structural integrity for the mind. The deeper meaning of Zeno's philosophy starts with control. Not control over others, not control over outcomes, control over judgment. Zeno taught that events themselves are neutral. What destroys you is not what happens, but the story you tell yourself about what happens. Modern people hear this and nod politely, but they don't accept it, because accepting it means losing the ability to blame. Look at modern life. Someone criticizes you online, and suddenly your mood is destroyed for the entire day. A stranger's opinion reaches into your nervous system and hijacks your inner state. Zeno would say, this isn't bad luck, it's voluntary surrender. You handed authority over your peace to someone who doesn't even know you. This is why Zeno's Stoicism is confrontational. It removes your excuses. If your emotions are dictated by external events, then you are not free. You are reactive, and reactivity is the lowest form of existence. Zeno taught that virtue is the only true good. Modern ears hear virtue and think morality, rules, or being nice. That's not what he meant. Virtue meant alignment with reason, clear thinking, self-command, the ability to choose long-term integrity over short-term emotional relief. In modern terms, virtue is psychological sovereignty. Think about how people live today. Constant stimulation, endless scrolling, emotional outrage on demand, pleasure used as medication. Zeno would see this as mass enslavement, not indulgence. A person who cannot sit with discomfort cannot be trusted with power. A person who needs constant pleasure is already defeated. One of Zeno's most dangerous ideas is this: happiness is not something you pursue. It is a side effect of living correctly. Modern culture flips this upside down. People chase happiness directly, then feel empty when it slips through their fingers. Zeno would say you're chasing smoke instead of fire. Build character and stability follows. Chase feelings and instability multiplies. Consider anxiety. Today, it's treated as something mysterious, chemical, uncontrollable. Zeno would say anxiety is the misuse of imagination. You are emotionally reacting to futures that do not exist. You are punishing yourself for crimes reality has not committed. That doesn't mean anxiety isn't real. It means it is trainable. And modern society hates that idea because it demands discipline instead of sympathy. Zeno taught living according to nature, which does not mean living gently. Nature is harsh, indifferent, and honest. Nature includes effort, decay, and death. When modern people expect life to be soft, fair, and validating. They are not being progressive, they are being delusional. Zeno understood that resilience comes from accurate expectations, not positive ones. Look at burnout culture. People say they're exhausted, overwhelmed, broken. Zeno would ask a brutal question. Did you expect life to be easy? Not to mock, but to expose the root problem. Exhaustion often comes not from effort, but from resistance to reality. Fighting what must be endured drains more energy than endurance itself. Another deeper layer of Zeno's philosophy is detachment, not withdrawal, but independence. You can love without clinging. You can pursue goals without being enslaved by outcomes. You can enjoy success without fearing loss. Modern people do the opposite. They cling desperately, then shatter when life moves on. Take relationships. Modern advice says, "They complete me." Zeno would say that sentence alone guarantees suffering. If someone completes you, then their absence destroys you. Stoic love is chosen, not needed. You walk beside someone because you want to, not because you are empty without them. Zeno also understood power dynamics. He knew that the person who controls their inner state always has the advantage. The one who reacts loses ground instantly. In negotiations, arguments, relationships, and crises, emotional discipline is leverage. That's why Stoicism isn't passive, it's strategic. And here is the hardest truth in Zeno's teachings, the one most people avoid. You are responsible for your inner world, not society, not your past, not your trauma. Those may explain you, but they do not own you. The Stoic does not deny pain, but he refuses to be ruled by it. Zeno didn't promise happiness, he promised freedom from inner chaos. Freedom from being dragged around by impulse, fear, and desire. Freedom from needing the world to cooperate before you can stand upright. So ask yourself this honestly. If everything external vanished tomorrow, status, money, identity, validation, would you still have structure inside? Or would you collapse because you built your life on things that were never stable? That question is the real legacy of Zeno of Citium. Not quotes, not aesthetics, but inner architecture. If you want more deep, ruthless, and timeless Stoic wisdom built for the modern world, subscribe to Stoic Gateway. And don't stop here. Watch the next video, where we go even deeper into the philosophies that modern society hopes you never fully understand.